On track, now we going way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going on track.
Oh, that song just makes you want to bounce. Hello, everybody. It's Luz Michelle. Welcome to Hard-Headed Comedy Presents Talk It Out Thursday. Yes, we moved from Tuesdays to Thursdays because, I don't know, there's something that's a little bit better about a Thursday. But it's been a good minute. Luz had to get her mind right. And I realized during my annual physical that I kind of stopped doing a lot of the things that I enjoy doing and that bring me joy. So one of those was producing virtual comedy. I mean, it still exists. It's not going to go anywhere, it seems like. And I'm doing them. So why not keep the wheel going, right? Why not keep it going? So a lot has happened since we all last saw each other. Oh, interesting times. They're very interesting times. But I feel like we're all starting to really see who we are, right? Like who we really are, how we show up in these type of freaking situations. So I learned that I was having a little bit of an issue of being a miserable bitch 24/7. So I'm now on a journey of becoming a happy, dissatisfied CUNT. Yes, it's time. It's time. You know, no one's ever going to hit my expectations on anything probably, but at least I'll be happy inside because, you know, that's what matters. But I'm doing all of it, like all the self-help books are out. There's fucking sticky notes everywhere. Like there's sticky notes in the car. There's sticky notes in the bathroom. There's sticky notes in the kids' rooms. Be happy, smile, appreciate everything you have. Don't use your hands. You know, all that stuff. But I'm doing it. I also stopped drinking Monday through Thursday. Yeah. Turns out that helps a little bit. It also helps the skin. I don't consider myself an alcoholic. Says every alcoholic I know. But I am a drinker. I love to drink. I love it. Like, I'm not at the point where I'll mess my life up for a drink, but I'm definitely at the point where I'm no longer the friend you call when you want to have a drink and talk about it. No. Like, I'm the friend you call when life is really shitty and you want to have 2 bottles of whiskey followed by extremely potent edibles and you might want to get in a bar fight. You know, I'm your girl. Please pick me. Please. What else? What else is going on? A lot of things going on with people's rights, right? Especially in Staten Island. They're freaking out. They're making posters with glitter on it and sparkles, and they're screaming in the streets, my body, my right, my body, my right. I know. Welcome to women's rights. Ooh, how does that feel? Huh? How does that feel? Someone else telling you what you can and can't do with your body, and you're probably never going to meet these people. Yeah. It's not supposed to be funny. I'm just using my platform to state the obvious. Yeah, I am. What else is going on? The kids are good, kids are good. Daughter is experiencing bullying. Yeah, that's been happening. And it's interesting when she shares things with me because I've been a bully and I've been bullied. So I always have like a question or a statement when she shares things. But the other day, she comes home from school and she's like, Ma, the other day we're going out for recess and this boy online grabs me by my backpack, throws me to the floor, and then steps on my hand and continues to go on with his day. And I'm like, what? Like, first I'm like, I got to email this person, that person. I got to write a letter. Like, all this crap is running through my head. And then I'm like, wait a minute. No. I'm going to see this little fucking turd at the park this weekend for the goddamn birthday party that I don't want to go to. I'm going to wait for him to be on the monkey bars. I'm going to walk over. I'm going to grab him by his neck. I'm going to throw him to the floor. I'm going to sit on him and I'm going to hold his fingers in my hand. And I'm going to tell him the next time you put a fucking feather on my daughter, I'm going to break every one of your fat fucking sticky ass fingers. Disgusting. But then I'm always like, I'd get in so much trouble. Like, could you fucking imagine seeing my face like plastered? Mom loses it and puts hand on child. God. So many mothers would be like, thank you. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for making that happen. I'm very warm. I think it's the lighting in here. Does everyone see my skin? I mean, it looks fucking amazing. Doing what I can. I guess it's the no drinking Monday through Thursday. You know, the other thing with that no drinking thing is, though, I've learned through this experience, like, there's a lot of holidays that we don't know about. Like, did everyone know yesterday was fucking National Button Day? How are you not going to have a whiskey on a fucking button day? Or Mango Day? Or National Best Friend Day? I just look, my glasses are fogging because I'm talking about alcohol. All right, you guys. I have quite the sizzling lineup for you tonight, and I'm overly filled of gratitude with these fine human beings that I get to share the stage with tonight. So one by one, I'm going to let them in. The ladies are going to do a little bit of time, and then we're going to transition into a talk show and get to know the ladies a little bit more. So you guys, I want you to get ready, and I want to put your hands together for Miss Erin Locke, Miss Alice Chan, Miss Emily Page, and Miss Megan O'Malley.
Woo!
Ladies, oh, here we go. Oh, we all have things. That's a thing. Megan's like, no.
You guys have fun. Oh man,
I'm not doing this. All right, you guys. I am going to hand the wand over to one of our first comedians. Well, second comedian of the night. Has anyone ever done that? It's not the first time in 10 years of doing comedy that I've done that. I'm like, let's get the show going with your first comedian. And then someone shouts out, you are a comedian. And you're like, right. All right, you guys. Put it together for Miss Erin Locke.
Woo! Okay. So did you guys know that 10% of men in the United States are left-handed? No. Do you guys know that 90% of women don't care as long as they eat pussy? Yeah. I'm in therapy. Therapy's awesome.
I can see the thing of not that you're in therapy. The other.
I love therapy. Therapy's the best, but unfortunately it's still like taboo in some circles. And I don't like that the idea that no matter how I die, no matter how great it is, the media can like spin my death. So like if I was to die this weekend in like my idyllic situation, which is in a consensual sex sandwich with Channing Tatum and Chris Pratt, that's like my dream. You know what I mean? But if that was to really happen, I would die with a smile on my face. And like if the news reported my death, they would just be like, local nobody dies in Devil's Three-Way. Between a thief and a stripper. And with a smile on her face. No doubt from all those antidepressants, huh? You know, they can't tell that first story because too many people will like wish for death in a sex sandwich with Channing Tatum and Chris Pratt. Sorry, I'm really pushing this agenda. But like imagine if I really died that way and just like got to heaven and God just like high fives me on my way in. Just like I don't even need to go through security or anything. God's just like, no, Erin's cool.
So worried.
She's cool. And like right now, I'm a lot like all of you. I'm overweight. I'm unhappy. That's it. I like when friends shame you for kind of like self-hating your own body, you know, because nothing helps your confidence like being told you're an idiot. Like, mind your own fucking business, Brenda. I didn't get on your ass when you turned 42 and joined TikTok. Let me have this. And like, people forget sometimes that you need to make fun of yourself to fall back in love with yourself. You know, you have like this internal monologue, and you're just like, come on, she's not so bad. Like, she recycles. She holds the door open for people behind her. Not so bad. Ooh. She doesn't masturbate so much that her husband actually has a chance at getting her off. That's a good person. I mean, that's my line of a good person. So drinking was the overindulgence for me during the pandemic. Anyone else? Okay, cool. But it's not for like, and I wanted to like give my liver a break, you know, just like, you know, take a little vacation and like go back to smoking pot like I used to in high school and college. And I was so excited, and then I did it. And I'm too sensitive, guys. All I did was just shake the entire time.
Oh no.
Okay, I looked like somebody left their chihuahua outside without a sweater vest. And everyone's just like, weed's so great now. It's so potent. And I'm just like, I want weed to go back to the way it used to be. Okay, weak as shit and 75% oregano. Like, I want my weed so weak that in a pinch, I can sprinkle it on my pizza. Tasty, tasty, tasty weed. So I'm in my early 30s. You know, I'm not a kid anymore, but I'm not too old either. So like, I get it from both ends. Like, I'm either, oh God, you're 33, you are ancient, or you're 33, you're just a little baby. And I like to think that I'm medium young. Okay. Like, I've still got spring in my step, but I'm not a spring chicken. You know, like if I was leftover in your fridge, like if I was leftover chicken breast after 4 days, like there's some rough around the edges, but you're still going to eat it. Yeah. And I'm kind of like the milk the day after the expiration date. Just like one quick sniff will just tell you all you need to know. It's still fresh. You guys are probably like me. Growing up, you didn't really know who your parents were as people. You know, I get that, you know, right? None of you, right? Did a single one of you know your parents? No, not as people. You just knew them as like these weird, not asexual authority figures. Which I get. Like, a lot of parents have to hide their real people, like who they really are from their kids. Because you can't have your kid come home and just be like, hey, Mom, can I try ecstasy? How old are you, 15? Not yet. You know, like the answer is no, never. Not like, wait till you're in college. So I don't have to fucking babysit you. And like, parents are people too. And I found this out personally when I flew to New York to visit my parents, and then I walked in on my dad without knocking. I caught him juggling. Not a euphemism for ball play. Actually juggling. I was 25 and I didn't know that I was the product of a closeted juggler. I told my mom this story, and she was just like, that's weird. That's one of the first things he did to impress me when we were dating. Like, how did you not know he could juggle? And I was just like, well, clearly he wasn't trying to sleep with me. You know what I mean? Like, every time I think about it, I just remind myself that my mom fucked a juggler. Like, that's my reality. And every time I think about it, I'm just like, if somebody I was dating tried to use juggling to get me in bed, they better be with Cirque du Soleil and flexible enough to put their own dick in their mouth.
Well, hell yeah.
I'm not doing it. The one and only time I can fit that into my set. I'm so excited. So last year was pretty rough for a lot of people. I'd also wear a Holter monitor, which is like a 48-hour Darth Vader chest plate that just sits on your chest and tells you, whether or not your heart sucks. It was a tough year. I thought it was going to be easy to put on, like putting magnets on a fridge, like boop, boop, boop. But it wasn't. It what's the right way to describe this? Like, it wasn't like good pain, like pain is pleasure, pull my hair. It's the kind of pain like where you're using a cheese grater and your finger gets caught, except your fingers are your boobs. Yeah. I had to keep a journal for every time my heart was like racing or stressed. And I came in and they were like, we have a lot to talk about, okay? They're like, at 3:15, all it says, your heart rate escalated when the dryer beeped when it was done. That's right? I was like, yeah, I'm a jumpy bitch.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, well, 4:00, it just says dog. Were you walking a dog, playing with a dog? And I was just like, I'm white and 33. That's all it takes. Just seeing a dog. They're just like, what about 10:30 last night? There's no note here and your heart rate skyrocketed. And I was just like, ooh. I was not masturbating. Not while watching Law & Order SVU. We've all done it. Pausing it when Stabler takes his shirt off. When I do that, I don't say that I finished. I say that I'm done. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm Erin Locke.
Woo! Give it up for Miss Erin Locke. Yes. I love it. Yeah. I didn't ever date a juggler, but I dated a clown for a while. Yeah, I did that. I also dated a little person. I just didn't know he was a little person. Everyone else seemed to know. I didn't know. I was like, I love him.
Love is love. I respect that.
Love. And then I remember, it was like a summer thing and, it ended. And I remember seeing him out and I was just like, oh, there it is. But yeah, juggler, that's fun though. That's like, does he just juggle balls or?
I swear that's a true story. Like I walked in and he was just like juggling oranges and I just looked at him. I was like, why the fuck didn't you tell me? Like, why didn't you teach me how to juggle? Like, I was like, always that kid in gym class with the scarves and I couldn't even get it with the scarves. It's terribly unbalanced.
Well, that was fantastic. Thank you so much, Erin.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. All right. It's time for the next comedian to come to the stage. She's one of my favorites, so I know she's going to be one of yours. You guys, put your hands together for Miss Alice Jan.
Woo! Hey, thanks, Luz. Give it up for Luz on this awesome Thursday night. I'm in my closet right now. This is why I love virtual shows, because you get a peep in everybody's house, but also my closet. My husband made this closet, okay, and it took him 4 days. He was up in this closet till 4 a.m. every single night. This morning, he was finally done, and he came out of the closet, and I thought he was gay. I have been a little stressed out lately. I had 2 pregnancy scares recently. One is 7 and the other one just turned 4. Pretty scary when they come out of the belly. What else is scary? I have a question. When should kids stop seeing you naked? Like as parents, you guys are a little too young to know this, but I think age 5, because last week I overheard my kid talking to some friends at pickup, and he was describing daddy's hairy armpits. And I was thinking, okay, the show has to stop because I don't want to hear him describe mommy's hairy anything to me. You know, the other week I was making dinner for the whole family, and I was preparing a chicken. I was roasting a chicken, and my kids, my two boys, and my husband were playing with each other, just laughing, having a good time. And then they were talking about nipples, and they were showing each other their nipples, and they were like, "Oh, why is yours pink and yours is dark brown and mine's like light brown?" And I'm just seasoning the chicken over here, looking at them adoringly across the room. And they all looked at me, and I'm just focusing on the chicken, you know, and I feel their eyes on me. And my little one said, "Hey, mommy, do you have nipples?" And I said, "Of course I do. Everybody has nipples." So I'm just stuffing the chicken now with carrots and celery and minding my own business. And then the older one said, "Well, can we see them?" And I said, "No, mommy's cooking. See, I'm making the chicken." And at this point, I'm like making love to the chicken. And then my husband chimes in and he goes, "Let's see them nipples." And all three of them start chanting, "Chicken, chicken, chicken." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, do chickens have nipples?" I actually don't know. And then all of them started to chant nipples. They're like, "Nipples, nipples." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I've never felt so awkward in my life since high school. I think I just got Me Too'd for the very first time by my own family, guys." And to top it off, nobody ate the damn chicken. And this is giving me anxiety. Being stuck at home with them for almost 2 years means that I'm preparing meals, morning, noon, and lunch, you know, dinner. Lose, you know what I mean. Meal prep for 2 years is causing me so much anxiety that I found a therapist to help me figure out how to get my family to stop eating. So, one of the solutions is going out to eat, so I don't have to think about meals. And I'll take care of the reservations and getting the best table. We'll go in the restaurant. I'll talk to the maitre d' or the host, and I'll say, "Hey, give me your best table for one, and that table for three for the other guys." Went to get coffee today, and I like, you know, I always have specific requests when I drink my coffee. Some people like it black, some people like it without sugar, some people like it without cream. I like it without kids. And the barista was like, "Oh, I don't know if I can help you with that because I still have my toddler with me." By the way, I have a t-shirt that says, "I take my coffee without cream."
I like that.
Thank you. What? You know, I think about this a lot, and you guys probably think about this too. You can raise your hand if you agree with me. Okay, we probably will never get to world peace. Okay, that's my ultimate wish. But wouldn't it be nice if men could menstruate? Yeah, I think about this once a month. Like, what if my husband, like, I can imagine running home and be like, "Guess what? Tampons are on sale today at CVS." And cheer him up, you know, with that little gesture. Or like, you know, when I'm in the mood, I can imagine him be like, "Oh, not today, honey, I have cramps." Or like, you know, when he's having a bad day, I can just console him and just say, "Is it that time of the month again?" My husband wanted to do something kinky yesterday, and he's like, "I want to try some role play." And I said, "Sure. Do you want to be the UPS guy or Amazon Prime? I mean, those are the two people I see all the time." And he's like, "No, Alice, I want you to be a doctor." And I said, "Oh my God, my mom always wanted me to be a doctor." And he's like, "Okay, yeah, that's kind of gross. Let's not talk about your mom while we're trying to like talk about foreplay." And I said, "I got it. I'll be the doctor. You can be the patient." So I made him wait in the living room for 2 hours before I called him in. And it only took 4 minutes. And then I grabbed $20 from his coat jacket for copay. And he was like, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Can we do it again? I said, I'll see you in 6 months. But I did give him an invoice this morning so he could really feel fucked. I love my kids when I drop them off at school. But after the pandemic was pretty scary for all of us. And you should see all the kids like tugging onto their parents' legs, not wanting them to go. And my kid was just standing at the doorway. And he's like, bye, Mom. See you at pickup time. So I'm walking home and I had a minute to myself, alone in my thoughts. And that's a scary place for a mom to have 1 minute alone in your thoughts. So I start thinking, oh my God, he was smiling, but he wasn't smizing. So I'm thinking, holy shit, what if he's a sociopath? You know? But he's not, because every time he feels bad about punching his brother, he says sorry and he tells him that he wishes he wasn't adopted, his little brother. So he has a good heart. I'm really having fun, guys. Hope you enjoy my closet. And thank you so much, Luz, for having me. Give it up for all the comedians. Thank you.
Up for Miss
Thank
Alice
you.
Tran. Yes. On a Thursday night. On a motherfucking Thursday night. I used to say motherfucking Tuesday when I was doing it on Tuesdays. Yeah, the meal prep was real. That was real during the pandemic. Like, I don't think I've ever come across like the mom who's like, oh my God, I can't wait to like clean,
Correct.
cook for everyone. And like, yeah, and homeschool. Like, I am so ready. It was terrible. Like chucking cookies
Horrible.
to them for dinner. Like, just fucking eat it. Terrible. My daughter had like fucking 15 snacks a day. And
Yeah.
it's like, as a mom, I'm like, the world is ending. So just, eat it. Like, I didn't, oh God, it was hard. That was so hard. It was so fucking hard being a parent during that time. My God.
Still hard.
It's exactly. It still is. We're pretty much winging it. It's
Think about it, girls, before you have kids.
yeah.
Too late for me.
Let us see your birth control. Whoever's not a mom in this room. I actually read an article the other day where it said people who have children are more happy. And I sent it to my husband. I'm like, who the
Really?
fuck is this monster?
Can I meet these people?
Yeah, those are those people, those moms that you like roll your eyes at, and you're like, hey, Brittany, but that was, yeah. And you know what? Too, also, you touched on the menstrual cycle. Oh, yeah. My husband will be like, you've had your period for like 20 years. You still don't know what you're doing? And I'm like, no. How can I know what the fuck I'm doing? Like, what the
Every month is a surprise, okay?
every fucking month? I do every month for like 20 years. I treat it like, oh, God.
It'd be nice though if we were both on the same cycle though, so we kind of like understand.
That is pretty wicked that when we
That would be
do
cool.
get on the same wavelength, that some friends, you're like, oh, I got it. And they're like, me too. And you're like, really? Like, no matter how old you are, you're like,
We're in sync.
thank you so much, Miss Alice Tran. All right, we're going to keep it going. Oh, I got a real goodie. I'm super excited for this. Love her. You guys, put your hands together for Miss Emily Page.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. What a show this is. First of all, look at this lineup. Look at the host. I'm just like so excited to be a part of this. I think I'm just extra pumped though because I'm actually celebrating my anniversary this coming weekend.
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm celebrating 2 years since my divorce. So thank you. Yes. I think I got the chicken. I got the panda. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I think I'll celebrate by opening a bottle of my favorite champagne, putting on my wedding video, and just laughing at that idiot in the white dress. It's gonna be a great time. I honestly think everyone should get divorced at least once. Because your first marriage is a lot like your first job, right? Like you don't really know what you're doing and you don't really care. you just kind of show up and half-ass it and hope you could use it as like a resume builder. My first marriage just didn't really feel like a marriage. We felt more like roommates with benefits without the benefits. Well, that's a lie. He does have a Netflix account. So there was that. And I honestly think if we would have had a king-size bed, we'd still be married. And married people know what I'm talking about, right? Because our bed was just so small, we could never get space from one another, right? So the breakup was definitely because of the bed. And his girlfriend, but the bed had a lot to do with it. I have a lot of friends getting married. Any of you guys, a lot of weddings lately?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, being the divorced friend at the engagement party is a lot like being the ghost of Christmas future. The bride-to-be will be giving a speech and she'll be like, I can't believe I get to spend the rest of my life with him. I give it a month. Maybe 2. I'll tell you guys a little bit more about myself. My mom is Greek and my dad is Scottish, so I consider myself Mediterranean light, which honestly just means that I'm hairy and I burn in the sun. I'm super close with my parents. I love them to death, but my mom is a lot more traditional than me. Like when she found out I was sleeping with my boyfriend, she was like, Emily, I hope you didn't sleep with all of your boyfriends. I was like, no, Mom, of course not. Sometimes I slept with guys who weren't my boyfriend. You know, her biggest thing was just no sex before marriage. But I'm golden with her now because I'm divorced. So all the sex I have is after marriage. I got her on a technicality. So talking about moms, I do have a 2-year-old daughter named Ava, or as I like to call her, birth control. And I'm not saying she's a psychopath, but she does laugh every time we watch The Lion King and Mufasa dies. So there's that. I never really understood how parents always complained that they were so tired all the time until I had my daughter. And now I spend many nights wondering just how much Tylenol is enough to make her sleep, but not kill her. Oh. Yeah. No. Can always tell where the parents are based on that joke.
Shame.
Oh, goody. You always can tell. We've all been there. Don't deny it. You'll be there. No, but having a child from a marriage that ends in divorce is a lot like canceling a vacation, but still getting a souvenir.
Yeah.
Right? You know, it is. Oh, it's the good part of it. Let's see. I do feel like a bad mom though sometimes. Like when I went back to work after having my daughter, everybody was coming up to me and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you must miss her so much." And I was like, "Who?" Another question I get all the time is, "Do you want to have more kids?" And I'm like, "More kids? I don't even know if I want this one." My daughter goes to school 3 days a week, and she's been coming home from school talking about this kid, Peter, and how he keeps biting her. Apparently, I don't know, apparently that's how toddlers handle their conflicts. They just bite each other.
Yeah.
But I was getting annoyed, so I called the teacher up the other day, and I was like, listen, like, who is Peter, and why does he keep biting my daughter? And the teacher was just like, we don't have a Peter in class. So I found out that apparently Peter is what my daughter calls her friend Brian when he's making poor choices. She has given her friend an alter ego, right? So, which was funny though, because the next day when her dad came to pick her up, he was 2 hours late, and she's like, "You're late, Peter." And it's pretty catchy though. I found myself driving her to school the other day, and somebody cut me off, and I'm like, "You son of a Peter!" So wonderful. Dating's been interesting as a single mom. At the beginning of the pandemic, I was talking to this one guy, and he's like, I understand I'll never be number one in your life because that's your daughter. And I just want you to know that I'm okay with being number two. And he was like, my daughter's like fifth, so I think that makes you like ninth at best. I don't know. I just feel like guys get the wrong idea about me because I'm a single mom. Like they think I want more children when I just want more sleep. Or they think I'm looking for a baby daddy and I'm just looking for a babysitter. So if anyone out there, I pay good. So listen, my dad's never really happy with anyone I bring home. A few years ago, I was dating an entrepreneur. My dad was like, please, Emily, entrepreneur, that's just a fancy way of saying unemployed. So now I'm dating a comedian. And my dad is like, what happened with that entrepreneur? My friends are on my case too. When I was telling my best friend about him, she's like, what does he make? And I was like, he makes an effort, Allison, which is more than we can say about your husband. But it's so funny because my ex was so shitty and I married him. So it's like, now I have this amazing boyfriend and like, I don't know what to do. Like, how do I top marriage? Like, how do I level up? Right? Like, I know I want to be with him. I know I want to live with him. So what am I supposed to do? Adopt him? Right? Like, be like, all those other girls didn't want you, but I want you. I chose you from all the others. I will love you forever. It's kind of like a puppy. I'll leave you guys with this. When I am not doing comedy in my basement, I actually work as a middle school English teacher, and we have been back in the building teaching. It's been great. My kids are amazing. They're just honestly so quiet because of the masks, which just goes to show we should have muzzled them a long time ago. Guys, my name's Emily Page. Thank you so much. This has been so fun. Back to you.
For Miss Emily Page. Yes. Yes to so many things that you said. Yes. I've had plenty of overdose scares with the goddamn Tylenol, the Mucinex, or,
Benadryl.
Oh, God. Sometimes,
Yeah.
Oh, God. Or if I was out and I didn't think my husband gave the medicine and then I gave it and go to bed and he's like, I gave it. And I'm like, what the fuck happens now? What the fuck? Googling like a motherfucker.
Who gave us children? Who told us we could do this?
Like, it's crazy. Or I know there's been times, like, say we were on vacation trips and I couldn't find any like infant Tylenol, so I had to buy the children's. And then when I Googled, it said if you just cut the dosage in half, it's the same. And I was like, I don't know. But like, I was still giving it. Like, I don't know.
This is risky.
Yeah, but it's okay. And yeah, with the cursing in the car, I'm a very aggressive driver. I'll be the first to say that. I didn't realize though how much I said this one phrase until one day I was at the supermarket with my kids, and man was coming around the corner to the next aisle, and he like banged into our car, and I was just like, oh, like I was taken back, and my daughter goes, "You fucking moron!" What? Thank you.
That's my girl.
And that's exactly what I said. You fucking moron. What were you doing? And
Nice.
she's like, Mommy, he wasn't paying attention and he banged into you. She's
Yeah.
like, he's a moron. And I'm like, no, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff.
100%. All right, you guys, are you ready for your closer of the evening?
Woo!
Better get ready. Welcome to the stage, Miss Megan O'Malley.
Woo! Hey, oh man, so much fun. That's good. You gotta teach the kids when they're young. Teach them, teach them. And also, she knew to like, she gave you a moment to say it, and you didn't. She's like, nope, somebody's gotta take over. I'm in. This is my
True.
opportunity. Ball was dropped, but the family honor is gonna continue on, and that's great. I think that's wonderful. You're doing a great job. Everybody should be proud. All should. Let's see here. I don't know what direction I'm going in. I'm doing this like it's like my own choose your own adventure. I have everything written down. Let's start weird. Okay. Anybody ever been to a Zoom funeral?
No.
Zoom funeral? Anyone? Oh man, wow. So sorry you didn't get to go to one. Who knows? Like they might still be doing them. I'm not too sure, but let me tell you, I went to my uncle's Zoom funeral, and the priest said my dad's name instead, and I thought I misheard, but I was able to get that verified real fast because we had the Zoom funeral group text going on at the same time. So that's what a Zoom funeral is like. You're in communication, but you're not there. It's weird. It's weird. Also, he got a lot of the facts wrong about my uncle too, and I just feel like that's like the one opportunity in life where you do not have to be off book. You know, like nobody's asking you to know your lines on this one. Just read it from the paper, Father. Read it from the paper. Cool. Okay, started off with death. We're gonna continue. Okay, everybody's like normalizing things, right? Like we're like, oh, let's normalize this. So we're all changing the world. Like last year was all about our journey. Like, oh, this is just part of the journey. How are you gonna come out of this? Listen, I got all the shit too. You know, look next to me. I got a rock that says courage. I got candles going on right now. Like, okay, I'm living it. I know part of the problem. But yes, but there's something I want to normalize, right? So I want to do this. I want to normalize pissing on grapes. Guys, hear me out. I think this would really be therapeutic for many people right now. Now, you're not just gonna piss on anybody's grave. You're gonna do it to somebody like who you had a relationship with, right? Like this is your way of ending it. Like whoever dies first, the other one gets to piss on their grave. And I'm not saying like you should like just be pulling down your pants in a graveyard. Okay, like let's have some decorum when we're pissing on graves. All right, you're gonna pour it out from a cup, so you're pouring it out for your friend. Now you can't pee in the bathrooms at the graveyard. Like we're not gonna have people backed up because they decided last minute they want to piss on somebody's grave. Now this has to be premeditated. You have to think about it before you leave the house, which I would recommend peeing in a mason jar. You know, I think that would be a really good carry if we decide to go through with normalizing pissing on graves, because, you know, it's like we've all been young and we've taken liquor and put it into a Tupperware container, and then we put it into our bag because we think we're going to save money when we go out later. And then when we go out later, we smell like whiskey, and everybody's just like, why do you smell like whiskey? And you're like, God damn it. The liquor came out of the Tupperware because it doesn't travel well. So I don't want that happening to people with piss. So this easy. I'm asking that we do something, but I'm already going to show you where the problems are. So we've already problem solved, and this really will move forward. I got to tell you, people in their early 20s hate that joke. so much. Oh, they hate that joke. God, they just don't understand what life is yet, but they think that that's mean. But anybody over 30 is just like, yes, piss on a grave. Let's do it. So that's good. Working on everybody's mind, body, and soul. Speaking of soul, it's funny. You were talking, Luz, before about like all your Post-its all over, and that's the game I'm playing right now. Pringles. So I started a challenge because everybody loves challenges, right? They became big during the pandemic. Beforehand, it was just a thing of like housewives in the suburbs. So it was just fun. It was all about drinking water and then doing better. So I figured I would start one, right? So I have the unaffiliated Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop challenge. And it's all about you just have one. You just have one Pringle a day. Like the challenge goes on as long as there are chips in the cans. When the can is empty, it's done. And then you journal afterwards. And it's all about like willpower and strength. Guys, and I think we could really change the world, you know? So who's with me? Woo!
I like Pringles.
Yeah, go get your cans and
Pringles.
join the
Pringles.
movement. Yep, that's it. There we go. I promoted. Okay, went over that. That's good. Okay, you guys journaling? Yeah, everybody journaling? Everybody doing that? You should. Everybody should journal. Journaling's fun. You know, everybody's got their own shit going on right now because we all went through a pandemic together. It's not like anybody didn't go through it. Every single person did. So we're all dealing with trauma. Isn't that fun? We're all going to get worse as we continue going on. How do I know that? People are like, oh, God, well, we got Doomsday O'Malley over here. We don't want to hear from her anymore. But no. I'm just saying that as a New Yorker who, you know, it's like 9/11 happened 20 years later. It doesn't get easier. So buckle up, everybody, because it's going to get harder for everyone. Isn't that fun? We're all going to live through trauma together. Oh, God. So journaling is great because then you can get your thoughts and your ideas out on the paper before you present it to your friends and your family because they got their own shit going on. So time is money, baby. We got to respect each other's space. Oh, boy. And then what do you do with the journals? Oh, man. What do you do with them? Some people keep them forever. Some people get rid of them. I mean, I feel like I'm in the get rid of them camp, you know, keep them around for a little bit. But, like, there should be a cap. Like, I think I'm being generous saying maybe take 5 years with your journals, but I think you should get rid of them earlier because here's the thing, guys. You're going to thank me when you're dead. You're not going to be around to defend yourself in what was written in those journals when you're dead. That's stuck here. I think that's how souls get stuck here on Earth. Their journals are found. And now people have attached emotions to this that shouldn't be there because that's not what you meant. And I think we all know that we write something on a Monday, our thoughts have changed by Thursday. But you can't explain that. You can't explain that. People decide they're going to pick up your journal and create their own thing. Oh, boy. What a crazy world. You know, it's like you go to historical sites and they got the journals out and you just like, they picked that page. That was the good page. You know, that was the one that had something exciting. Like, I kind of want to see what's on the other pages. You know, like, I want to see the journal entry from George Washington while he's being a little bitch as they were crossing the Delaware. Like, he's just like, oh, God, trying to start a new country is just so hard. I don't want to do this. Guys, so annoying. Why do we got to go in the middle of the night? Why can't they just, like, understand that we're at war? It's so fucking annoying. Like, I want to see that, but we're not going to, of course, because why would we? Why would they give us the goods, guys? You know, give us the goods, release the documents. I don't know. I'm gonna leave you on this one. I'm gonna leave you on this pondering question. Could stick with you for ages. Could be for the end of time. But do you think anybody ever got so lonely that they created a Netflix user account for someone that doesn't exist just so they wouldn't feel alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something it's really something to think about. Thanks, cool. I'm Megan O'Malley. Thanks so much.
Woo!
Yeah.
Give it up for Miss Megan O'Malley. I mean, yeah.
Woo, woo, woo.
I mean, hell fucking yeah. You know, I get the whole journaling thing. You know, I do, but I don't know. There's something about it. I fucking hate it. Like, I hate it.
Same.
You know, I rather, you know what I do a lot though? I think it is journaling, but I talk out loud to myself a lot. Like a lot. Like I have arguments like with my thoughts out loud. So it's kind of like journaling, but I'm in motion with it. You know. And yeah, the whole squatting thing, I would be in a cemetery. I would. I have squatted in some places in my 41 years on this planet.
No squatting. No squatting.
Oh, you said squat?
No, you gotta pee in a cup.
Then pour it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you
we
pee
have-
in the cup there?
No, you gotta do it at home.
Premeditated.
Oh,
Yeah,
Premeditated
you gotta
funeral
think it
pee.
out.
premeditate. Okay.
Yeah, we gotta have decorum. I have class.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, I'll do
Like
it.
we're in Downton Abbey.
Let's do it. Fuck it. Fucking buckets of piss. All right, ladies, let's do some fun questions before we say goodnight to one another. So let's see. I have like a shitload because I have OCD today. I was like, let me write this one down. Let me write that one down. But some of these were my favorite. Ooh, this one. So what movie title best describes your life?
Home Alone.
Home Alone. I like that one. Which one did I write down? I wrote down A Series of Unfortunate Events.
Yeah. That's good.
I like that.
You can really relate to that one. The title spoke to me. Megan, do you have one? A movie that best describes your life?
You know, it's like when you're by yourself, you can think about all of these at
Oh,
once, and
all
you're
the
just like,
time.
"Oh, of course, I would totally know." But then once you're asked this, you're like, "Ooh, don't tell mom the babysitter's dead," and I'm like, "But there's no, I'm an adult. I'm an adult. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Why are these all
There you go.
movies from the '90s?"
No,
That's a great movie.
But those are
such a
excellent.
good movie.
Yeah.
Such a good movie. Like, I don't remember how young I was when I saw it, but I remember seeing. I was very young. I was single digits, and I was like, something about this is inappropriate, but I like it. Anyone else have a movie title that best describes your life? Erin, you look like you're thinking.
I am. The Lovely Bones.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You're welcome.
Gone
Lexi.
Girl would be funny. Gone Girl's funny.
Ooh, good one.
Titanic. That's a good one.
I wanted to say, I want to say She's All That. Not because I think I'm all that, but because I love Freddie Prinze Jr. And that's like my guilty pleasure movie. But I don't even feel guilty about it. I just love it.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. One of those feel good.
Yeah.
What about you, Alice? You have one?
Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm not sleeping these days. I'm like awake. It's like I'm almost like scared to go to sleep because my kids will wake me up, so I have anxiety going to sleep.
Oh no.
It's a
Oh,
good
you know?
classic.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. It's a nightmare. It is a nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. I've been getting up like 35 minutes earlier, and I am not a morning person at all. I'm really not at all. I don't wake up positive, you know. But I couldn't do the kids being the alarm anymore. Like them
No.
coming
Yeah.
in and starting the day, like no.
I had a friend, or she had like a one of those clocks that had like moon, and it would turn into a sun, and they weren't allowed to come into mommy and daddy's room unless it was the sun.
I need to get
Yes.
that.
My kids
I
never
know.
listen.
I have my
Not that
kids
clock.
are the negotiators. They'd be like, so even though it's
They're
not
like,
a
"We're
full moon
colorblind."
today, yeah, or it's cloudy, or I wasn't sure what you said, some be some kind of like we're making a deal situation.
Yeah, it's like 3 in the morning. They're like, but I don't know what orange is.
Yeah, something.
It looked like it was red.
Yeah. You're like, fucking moron.
Oh, I like that Dina just responded to her movie title that best describes her life. Something's gotta give.
That's
one.
a good
Good
one.
one.
Nice, Dina.
Nice,
That's a good
Dina.
one.
Thank you for
That's a
playing.
good one. Okay, next question. If you could have one superpower, what would it be and why? Wouldn't mind, Meg.
I want to be able to. I
You
want to be able to
answer,
flat.
Aaron?
I think I have an answer.
Aaron.
To fit, feel, and look amazing in any style of clothes that I put on my body.
Amen to that.
You do.
Curvy girls, it's been trouble.
It's been fucking real trouble.
I want to be able to talk to animals.
Yes.
I want to be able to go hang out in the Bronx Zoo by myself and like just have like a coffee with a panda bear or tiger.
But what if like you just hear people stepping on ants and then they're screaming? You just hear
Oh, God.
ants screaming all day long.
Yes, Aaron. Yes, Aaron. Yes. What? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids fucked me up for a minute. I was like, oh my God, these fucking ants they have lives, they have families.
Oh,
They have
there's
feelings.
personality.
Another great movie.
Personalities. That was a lot.
These
That
are also
movie holds
well
up.
thought out.
Yeah,
I
as
thought it
long
was
as
the
there's no
teleport.
ants and no sea creatures. Underwater.
Teleport is when you can go from one place to another, right?
Yeah, because I want to travel all the time. So it'd be like,
Ooh.
I'm just like, go.
That's a good one.
Go to a
Right?
show in LA. Don't have to pay $500.
Yeah, just like go here. I'm on the road this week, guys. Boom, boom, boom.
I like that.
Just doing it.
I'm just doing it. Imagine,
do a
especially
sh-
gas
do a
prices
show
are so
per
high
time
right now.
zone.
What happened?
You'll do a show per time zone.
Absolutely. I mean, listen,
Oh, that's nice.
the gas prices are too high. This is my way to combat that. I'm just gonna jump.
A little fun fact, the number one answer for women was they wish they had the power to give people empathy.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
again,
answer.
it's very well thought out.
I'd like
Yeah,
to
it's
just give
very
some
well
of
thought
mine
out.
away.
Or
Yeah.
be able to make
Yeah.
men menstruate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Same thing, right?
I just like to give
Yeah.
away some of my empathy. Like if someone could just take a quarter.
Take
I have extra. I like to send some away.
I would like to be
Anything.
less empathetic.
Yeah.
Oh,
I really wish I cared
Painful.
less, you know?
I
Somebody
just
could
wish
care
I
for
could
me.
care less.
I really wish I
Yeah.
cared less because sometimes, like, even when I'm in it, I'm like, oh, man. I think
I'm
I
gonna
would.
change
I
my
wish
answer
I
to that.
could. I would love the power of a chameleon. I would love to be able to transform, almost like an actress, like just to be able to transform into another character just because I'm having a bad day.
Mhm.
You know, like today I want to be a billionaire, you know, but it can't be forever, but I get to do it for like 24 hours or some shit, you know, like anywhere away from here. Get the song. I'm sorry, I'm not a singer. I shouldn't have done that. I forgot we were on
No,
a show.
keep singing, girl.
God, I was singing voice, and it's okay. It's okay. I'm the girl. If I ever do karaoke, it's all fucking pure fucking rap.
Yes. Girl, I will go up there and salt and pepper soup with you any day of the week.
Yes, salt and pepper and Method Man. Yes, yes, salt and pepper. Yes, true. Okay, here comes a tough one. Homemade stuffing versus stovetop. We have Thanksgiving. It's a week from today. A
Mhm.
week from today. Thanks fucking giving. I personally, I like stovetop. I've had homemade. You know, I don't know. I like the what's it called? I like burnt croissants in mine.
I say homemade. I don't like stuffing, but I think whoever's hosting should be working their ass off.
I mean, why do we have
Everyone
to choose?
remember that. If Alice happens to come to your house for Thanksgiving,
I'm not gonna eat it. It better be homemade.
Yep.
What do you
I
like?
feel the
Meg?
same way. I like. Oh, sorry. Who was that too?
No, it doesn't. Erin or Meg, whoever wants it.
Go, Meg. I've talked too much already.
Well, I mean, I don't know why we have to choose here. I mean, can we just have more stuffing? Guys, it's the best part of Thanksgiving. I like to do both together, right? Because the stovetop gives you a nice base. Then you can throw in the homemade, but you already know you got a solid start. So it's not going to go too crazy. So even if you messed up a little bit, you still got success on your side.
Megan,
And
I'm coming over.
yeah, no, I've already eaten a box of stuffing myself. I cooked it in the morning and I ate it throughout the whole day. I didn't mean to, but at the same time, I was like, over 8 hours is a good amount of time to eat stuffing and not feel bad about yourself. So
You were
I
probably
say,
stuffed.
why choose?
Gina Borelli likes homemade. Homemade.
Yeah.
I've had good homemade. I don't know. It's something about the preservatives that I like. There's some chemical in there that I'm like, oh, I love this. Erin, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say I always like, so Thanksgiving is like the meal that I know how to do. So like I don't actually cook, 364 days out of the year, but I will do a massive like soup to nuts Thanksgiving dinner, and I will make homemade stuffing, but I've never really eaten it. Like if I eat it, it's like this little baby portion of the plate. My husband likes it. It's why I do it, but this is not a hill I am willing to die on.
I'm not going out like this. I'm not going out like this.
So like, yeah, if someone's making it, I'm good either way because I'm really only eating like this much. It's not the star of the show for me.
Yeah.
I could get that. I can understand that. I can understand that. I do have Miss Alice Chan that is going to need to step out because, we got stuff going on. So thank you so much for being here tonight, Alice. We're going to do like another question or two, but thank you so much, my love. Remember, let's get that up there one more time.
Happy
Remember
Thanksgiving.
to follow Miss Alice Chan at Mom New York City. She
You're
posts
all amazing.
incredible fucking content. It's extremely relatable, whether you're a mom or not, and it's fucking amazing. So much love to you.
Much love to you. You're all amazing. Thank you so much, Luz, for having me. You guys are all great. Love you guys.
Bye.
Okay, ladies. Do we want to do more or do you gotta go to bed?
I got another one in me.
One more.
Let's do
Yeah.
one more. Let's do this one.
Okay.
Oh.
What from this year do you feel that you are grateful for?
Are we going really sentimental?
Is anyone crying?
Yeah, I was like, shit. I'm about to like.
Are we
You
gonna?
know they expect us to cry.
Well, okay, the not crying version. I am grateful that people are wanting to laugh again.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Because you could do shows for just 2 people. Because I did a show the other day for just 2 people. But you know what? they came out to laugh,
Mhm.
and they were the best. It was such a great show. It was so bizarre because you're like, it's just for two people. But
Two people who wanted a little fucking laughter.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm grateful for the whole comedy community. Like, I feel like it's been like everyone's been so supportive, and it's been going really great. And it's like, like Megan said, it's nice to have people out laughing again, whether it's 2 people or 200 people. Sometimes those more intimate audiences are my favorite.
They,
Right?
yeah, they are.
When
'cause-
people are
and they
really
also,
there.
yeah, and it
Yeah.
makes us better.
Totally.
Makes
Mhm.
us better. I always say the hardest crowd in the world is a room full of comics.
Oh, yes.
That is something I miss. I feel like I was really more hardcore into the whole open mic scene more like 2018 or 2017, where it was just you knew where you were going and you saw the same faces, and it was that whole like Cheers type of vibe. But yeah, I have to say, yeah, I'm absolutely thankful for the gift of laughter. I think if it wasn't for doing what we do and making the world better through laughter, I don't know what I would be doing, because I've done shows before the worst case scenario situations. I've done shows where I thought I was going to get a divorce that night, and then I'm like, welcome to the stage, Luz Michelle. And you're like, hey, everybody. So yeah, I'm thankful for the gift of laughter, and I'm extremely thankful for my family. My kids, my husband. I wasn't sure if I ever was going to have kids or get married. I really didn't. I thought I was going to be, just this party wild girl for life. I was happy. I was content. But just, this past year, it really, really sunk in just the importance of them. And, now I get more moments where I'm like, all right, I'll stick around.
Yep.
How about you, Erin? What are you thankful for?
The regulation and stocking of toilet paper this year.
Yes.
That's my number one. I'm just kidding.
What the fuck was that?
That was wild.
Like, what?
It was insane. No, we actually saw on a real note, right before the pandemic, we lost my dad. And in February this year, we lost my mother-in-law. So it's been a very difficult time for our family, and so incredibly grateful for the people who are in my life and make my life bright. And I can only I need the good people. You know what I mean? I need people who are gonna support and be there. And I've had this incredible support system and family. So that's really, for me,
well, that's beautiful.
something I'm most grateful for. Besides toilet paper.
It's true. We went through something that, we couldn't have fucking predicted that. These past 2 years, loss, just, everything. It was everything. And as crazy as everything was, there was something within it that the fact we were all going through it, it was like anyone you spoke to was a therapy session, like anyone you spoke to, especially comedians. It was 100% virtual at one point. And, just to be able to see everyone's faces and talk about something other than, our biggest fears that were happening. So,
yeah.
In a lot of ways, the part of the pandemic was not too bad because I got to meet all of you lovely people.
Yes.
Right? I never would have connected with a bunch of you guys if it wasn't for this. So
absolutely.
Oh, comedy, I feel like really shot out because of all the connections you made remotely, everyone was just starving for connection, and it was sort of it united so many of us.
Mm-hmm.
It was
and
really
from all
beautiful.
Different parts of the world too.
It's really beautiful, amazing.
Yeah. Thing. All over the world, all like that. Who knows when that would have happened? There was something in it, and and I have to say, Emily, and you fell in love with Mr. Ralph Anthony.
I
did. That's so great. When you guys made that post, it was like, oh, so I'm happy. Doesn't happen.
Good job, Twitter.
You did
The
something
OG
right.
dating app.
Love it.
Well, this was a shitload of fun, ladies. I thank you so much for coming out and showing up the whole nine, because we still need to do whatever we can do to survive.
Yeah.
Woo, to survival. So give it up one more time for Miss Erin Luck, Miss Emily Page, Miss Megan O'Malley. These fantastic ladies, follow them. Follow them everywhere that you can. Miss Megan O'Malley is Meg Smalls on Instagram. And then we have Miss Erin with Miss Erin Luck Comedy.
That's me.
Follow. And then we have the Miss Emily Page at Emily Page Comedy. Follow all them. They're absolutely magnificent. Follow me at losemichelleinc.com. And you know what? Keep supporting virtual comedy. We'll be back, I don't know, bi-weekly next month. I might see you next year. You know, I don't know. But whatever the case may be, the message tonight is don't forget to laugh. No matter what. You'd be surprised how much laughter will save your life. And that's coming from us.
Give it up for Luz.
Woo,
Thank
Liz.
you, everybody. Good night. Good night and cheers.
Good night.
Night.